What's going on YouTube? Today we got Before MJ was Dr. J, man. Let's get into it, see what this is about, man. Well, we know what this is about, but
Before MJ, there was Dr. J.
See the details, man.
In Michael Jordan's book, For the Love of the Game, Jordan said, "When I came into the league, I wasn't nearly enamored with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird as I was with Julius Erving. As a kid, my first nickname was Magic, but the only player I really knew about was Dr. J."
He played above the rim, he played around the rim, underneath, you know.
Those things that those three had, Dr. J was the first.
Jordan to the baseline, driving, left-handed.
It probably was getting a glimpse of the game in the 90s, in the 70s. So, my game was probably a little bit ahead of its time.
Flying through the air, it was such a thing of beauty because not only was
dominating games when he wanted. Dominant. And he just said, okay, that's it. My show tonight, I'm gonna affect the whole game.
An incredible shot.
Even looking back at it now.
Defensive effort by Jordan, who has it on the break, driving all the way in. Oh, he's got an unbelievable goal. He put it in.
That's tough. That's tough.
Can you believe that?
Oh, listen to the crowd here now. Everybody is up on their feet. Jonathan Culver just screaming. Now watch him drive to the hoop. A great job by Smith. He grabs him across the arm.
Dr. J was the inspiration behind a lot of Michael Jordan's early playstyle. Similar to the Kobe-Jordan relationship, MJ also had a fairly similar mentor relationship with Julius Erving.
Knicks are applying pressure.
Got the ball away, gets a feed from Watley, driving, basket, he puts it in! Michael Jordan with 21, and he drew the foul. A chance for a three-point play. Front, Jordan driving. To the left-hand basket, foul Livingston.
Livingston thought he had him. He said, hey,
That's
this
what
is
we
the right
do
script,
nowadays,
this is the wrong
you know?
address.
That's it.
There was a lot of similarities in terms of the way I played and the way that he
Real,
played.
man.
When he left the game, he left with a lot of class and a lot of dignity and that respect from their peers. And that's something that if I don't even win a world championship or MVP or whatever, that is something I would love to walk away from the game and have. And he's been a very good friend to me thus far because his advice has always been very comforting for myself to accept. And I just think that he and I are getting close. It's a great feeling to be around him and to learn a lot from him.
Do you study pro basketball history? Sure. I think that's the way you learn about dealing with all different types of players, dealing with the game and the expanding of the game. You brought a different attitude, a different expansion to the game. Magic, Larry, myself. Have you returned to the...
Because I remember I watched the Michael Jordan video, and Michael said he was Julius Erving. Dr. J was the one telling him in the crowd, so that he giving the head nod like, do the free throw line, Doug. That's tough. You're saying good basketball knowledge. You're saying
game that you love with an enlightened view about how things work. Oh, before I had a very naive attitude about it. You know, the way I was perceived and the way that I must live. There's no pure, perfect human being in this world. And I think because of all the adulation that I was receiving and respect that I was getting, I wanted to live that most perfect lifestyle so that everyone could always like Michael Jordan. I try to make everybody happy, but you can't make everybody happy. That's one of the things that I've learned. My father taught me, and you advised me many times that, at some point in time you got to know when to say no. And I think coming back to the game and being away from the game, and being in minor league baseball, I was able to revisit some of those stages that evolved once I was trying to get to the top. And I kind of forgot about it. And it brought the very simple things back to me as a person and to the game. It's just a game. Enjoy the game. Enjoy your life. Play the game. Be very respectful to people, but have people respect you for a human being. And don't be afraid to take. I'm with my kids, I'm with my family, I'd rather not. Be polite about it, but yet recapture some of that realistic attitude to your life, or the humanistic side of yourself, because you were losing. I was losing it, and I was getting so wrapped up into it that I wasn't happy with what I was trying to do and what I enjoyed the most, which is playing the game of basketball.
They said there'd never be another Elgin Baylor. Then I came along. They said there'd never be another Dr. J. Then you came along.
You know, the under the hand against the Lakers where you're behind the basket. We always try to do it once he did it.
That's 11 for Chicago.
I guess I would have never had those visions if I hadn't have seen Dr. J in his time. You know, he brought so much creativity to the game.
Here comes Julius Erving. You know what's next.
Especially that early, bro.
Jordan going and throws it up. He puts it in on an amazing move. Touch the ball. They're still away. Laid out for Jordan. This should be an easy two. Come on. Ricky Mahorn hustling underneath. Can't get it to fall. Jordan to the hoop. King in the air. Score. Chicago has once again assumed command of the contest. 98-82. Back with more action after this.
I didn't know it would be something that would be picked up by the NBA and carried forward and taken to new heights of popularity. And
Chicago beating Kansas City. Here's Jordan underneath.
Jordan from Watley. Okay, Michael Jordan that time moving without the ball. Received the pass while we're talking.
To Higgins, back to Jordan.
His illusion and I think in his dunk was great, but I think the way he, all of us are probably admired more the way he carried himself.
That's a crazy.
Misses. Bulls can cut it to one if they score. Here's Jordan down the middle all the way.
Look at this crowd. And here it is.
All right.
There's the slam on the break. Listen to this crowd. They're on their...
Jordan. There's a kaboom.
He didn't know how he was going to do
Dr.
it.
J is heavily underrated and underappreciated for his impact to the game and to the stars of the generations that came after him. He was also somewhat the forgotten and secret mentor of George Shervin and even Michael Jordan. Dr. J was more than just an idol to these stars. He was a mentor for some of the game's greatest.
There, a lazy pass. Look out. Michael Jordan cleared for takeoff.
He had a kind of personality that would catch your eye. You know, I kind of learned the small things from Julius, and you know they wind up being big parts of my life. You know, keeping my humility and always thinking about somebody else. So.
I felt very proud for Doc being the starter of the guys that followed: Magic, Bird, Jordan. He's been a good torch carrier.
Of course, Jordan would be so competitive and use his idols' moves against him and even dunk on him.
Jordan so smooth. Look at that. He looked like he accelerated once he got in the air. That's unbelievable.
It's like he has a jet propeller somewhere. He went up, stayed there.
MJ's iconic Air Jordan free throw line dunk was originally done by Julius Erving in the very first dunk contest, and he also did it in another dunk contest a few years later.
Stepping it off, this ought to be advantage. He put a wristband on to protect that forearm that he banged on the rim earlier. Here we go. Can he do what he did in 76? Oh, Dot flying down the lane for the slam. Look at his takeoff point, John. Oh, man, that's what makes this move. That's where you appreciate what Julius Erving did, that side view. The judges are judging creativity.
And Michael Jordan told me he had something special. He may be trying to take off from the free throw line a la Julius Erving. Let's see what happens. He kind of measured it from there. He's going back. That very may well be it. The people are excited. They like this.
I can hear his engines revving now.
Air Jordan ready to take off.
Chicago.
Got to be a 50.
To play first quarter, they clear out Michael Jordan
jumping
on
from the
Denny.
free throw line is actually
Looking for penetration. Spin move. Hangs in the air.
He did a lot of different things, and you have to give the credit to
You
the
can touch the rim. It's hard.
Check out my other video about another all-time small forward, LeBron James, who also played similar to Erving and Jordan at.
That's the end of this one, y'all. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you click on the last reaction. And I'm out of here, man. The great Dr. J, man.